Now at 5:30, a busy stretch of Interstate 75 in Scott County near its border with Fayette County has just reopened after a semi-crash.
Been watching that story all night long, and we'll update you here on WKYT. A Laurel County volunteer fire chief faces charges of stalking and voyeurism after police say a woman caught him looking into her window.
And the second GOP debate is in the books. We have a wrap-up of the debate highlights from Simi Valley, California.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. It's your Thursday. We're rolling toward the weekend on this September 17th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope you're having a great start to your day. It's nice and just really normal outside.
Right, good. And good news on the interstate opening up. We thought that could be a problem this morning, but we'll update you in just a second. Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. He is in for Micah with that good weather forecast.
And she said it best when she said normal, because that's where we're going to be. We're going to be right around normal for this time of year. Very quiet and with a lot of sunshine and warmer temperatures. Defender will look a whole lot like this through the day today, into the day tomorrow, and until we get to Saturday. That's the way it'll be. Very quiet all throughout central or eastern Kentucky. Well, you look at a 24-hour planner. We go through the morning, touch of fog for some of you. Then we go through the day. We get up to around 83 degrees, get some high clouds you'll start seeing off in the distance. That's the thin stuff way up there in the sky. But overall, a very good looking Thursday and a decent Friday as well before the changes arrive this weekend. I will take a closer look at that coming up for you in just a few minutes.
Okay, Jim, we will see you then. Thank you.
A heavily traveled portion of Interstate 75 in Scott County near the Fayette County line has reopened just minutes ago after being closed overnight.
A semi-truck overturned. It spilled boxes all over the highway around 10 o'clock last night. It's been an effort all night long to clean it up. WKYT's Mark Barber joining us live from the scene, and it looks like things are beginning to look better there, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. If you were driving into Scott County about 45 minutes ago, you were looking at detours and delays. Drivers were being rerouted up here to Ironworks Pike to get away from the interstate because of a bad crash there. Well, in the past few minutes, the interstate has reopened and things once again are starting to move smoothly. Now, drivers are still making their way through the area a little bit slowly, but things are starting to pick up pace now as, again, the police just moved those traffic cones. They've just reopened this interstate. Now, it took crews about 7 hours to reopen the northbound lanes of I-75 because they had quite a mess to clean up after a semi-truck crashed last night. The tractor trailer was carrying what some may call precious cargo, of course, bourbon. While the driver wasn't hurt, the maker's mark bourbon is likely a loss. We're told there was bourbon everywhere, spilling out of the truck and onto the interstate. Deputies are still trying to figure out what caused the crash. Now, while the spilled bourbon may be a tough one for some to handle, don't forget the good news here. The driver is okay, and again, the interstate is back open. Now, that in and of itself is quite the accomplishment. Authorities that we were speaking with last night told us that they didn't think they would have the interstate back open until 7:30 this morning. So the fact that it's back open here again at 5:30, saving quite a few people a bit of a headache. Live in Scott County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, reopened ahead of schedule. Thank you very much, Mark. And new this morning, 4 people, including 2 children, have been seriously injured after an SUV wrecked near the Bath-Montgomery County lines. State troopers are telling us the crash happened just before 8 last night on US 60. They say the driver lost control of the vehicle and it crashed into a tree. All 4 people inside were thrown out of the vehicle. They were all airlifted to UK Hospital. One of the passengers, 24-year-old Hillary Blankenship from Moorhead, is listed in critical condition.
Well, a volunteer fire chief in Laurel County is facing charges this morning. Police say a woman caught the man peeping inside her window. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office charged 38-year-old Dewey Douglas Creech with voyeurism, stalking, and criminal trespassing. He is the chief of Bald Rock Volunteer Fire Department. Investigators say a woman heard a noise outside her bedroom window as she was getting dressed after a bath. She later saw a man running away from the home. Deputies tell us the allegations are alarming.
I think that if you're in public service, that you're held to a higher level, higher standard, as you should be, by virtue of whatever your position is. So yes, it concerns us very deeply if somebody is in a position of authority and they allegedly commit a crime.
The sheriff's office says that Creech bonded out a few hours after being booked into jail. Those at the volunteer fire department declined to comment about the charges.
The time is 5:34 on WKYT this morning, and police have arrested a woman who they say abandoned some dogs in a Clark County home. Police charged 53-year-old Carlene Gleffy with second-degree animal cruelty. Someone complained about a stray dog at Eleni Junction Road. Neighbors told officers the dog came from Gleffy's home. The home was vacant when they went there, but inside police say they found 3 other dogs, all of them starving. And according to officers at the scene, the dogs did not have food or water, and all of them also had some other health issues. The dogs were taken to the Clark County Animal Shelter.
Well, 2 men accused of taking part in a 2010 Madison County double murder now have new trial dates. Daniel Keene and LaBruce Ellington are charged in connection with the murders of Charles Chew Walker and Sansere Warford in Madison County. A judge originally set the trial date for October 19th. However, according to the Richmond Register, a judge has decided to now schedule separate trials for the men. Keene's trial will now be in December, Ellington's in February.
Later today, a community will be remembering a woman who police say was killed by her husband in Madison County. Richmond police say Jackie Rose's husband killed himself after shooting her in their Richmond home last weekend. Police say the couple's 15-month-old daughter was also in the home but wasn't hurt. Jackie Rose was a dispatcher for the 911 system in Madison County and an active member of the Vineyard Community Church in Richmond.
She interacted with a lot of the people here through a small group or through serving in various ministries, and so it was going to be very important for us to, well, just be honest, we gathered together, we held hands, and we cried for a minute and we prayed.
A memorial service has been planned for Rose for this morning at 11:30 at the church, which is in the Richmond Mall. Rose will be buried in her home state of California. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help her daughter and her family. We have a link to that at WKYT.com. A late-night earthquake off the coast of Chile has now killed 5 people.
The earthquake was a magnitude 8.3 and hit off the northern coast of the country. Now more than 1 million people have fled the area. 4 aftershocks have been reported, one of them a magnitude 6. Those quakes have caused tsunamis and widespread flooding in the region. Well, because of the earthquake, Hawaii and California have issued tsunami advisory. Officials say the tremor should cause waves this morning near Hawaii around 9 Eastern time. They're warning people to stay out of the water until the tsunami hits the coast. And they're saying California could see, up to a foot of waves, but they're saying strong currents there.
Yeah, one issue after another out there on the West Coast right now,
Definitely, with the drought and everything and the wildfires. Well, the second televised GOP debate in the books. The top 11 candidates battled it out in Simi Valley at the Reagan Library last night on a variety of topics.
Yeah, we tried to watch as much of it as we could, as some of you probably stayed up for a while. Well, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul just barely made it into the debate, but he was there, and Craig Boswell from CBS News has a breakdown of the debate.
In a showdown that lasted 3 hours, the 11 top-tier Republican presidential contenders sought to set themselves apart, mostly from frontrunner Donald Trump.
I'm very concerned about having him in charge of the nuclear weapons because I think his response, his visceral response to attack people on their appearance, short, tall, fat, ugly, my goodness, that happened in junior high.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there.
Carly Fiorina, who stood on the main stage for the first time, consistently managed to steal the spotlight and took on Trump's critique of her looks head on.
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
What was smart about what she did was she defended it, and then she moved back on to him and tried to put him on the defensive.
While some say Ben Carson, who has risen to second in the polls, fell short.
I thought the moderators kind of lost control. I would love a situation where you had like 2 minutes to give an answer.
As it relates to my brother, there's one thing I know for sure. He kept us safe. I don't know if you remember.
Others say Jeb Bush. And Chris Christie got a reboot this time around. The next debate, which is expected to focus on economic issues, is scheduled for next month. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Simi Valley, California.
And 4 other lower-tier GOP candidates took part in an earlier happy hour debate. They were the ones who are running behind in the polls. As for the Democratic candidates, their first debate is scheduled for next month.
If you're in the mood to go out for dinner tonight in Lexington, you can dine out and help support charity at the same time. AVOL, also known as AIDS Volunteers of Lexington, is having its annual Dine Out for Life event at several restaurants in town. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is joining us from the North Lime Donut Shop on Clays Mill. Michelle, how does the event help folks in Lexington?
Yeah, Rebecca, we're at North Lime Coffee and Donuts on Clays Mill Road. It's one of several restaurants helping AVOL to raise money today in their Dine Out for Life fundraiser. Now, by dining out today at certain places, you can help AVOL stop the spread of HIV and empower those who are affected. AVOL provides housing to low-income Kentuckians living with HIV and AIDS. It provides homes to over 400 men and women in eastern and central Kentucky. Now, there are dozens of restaurants participating today. You can go to our website to find a list of those restaurants at WKYT.com. And just so you know, 25% of the proceeds raised today at this fundraiser will go to help AVOL. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
New statistics from the U.S. Census Bureau shows that the number of people without health insurance in Kentucky fell nearly 6% last year. That's the largest drop of any state in the country. Kentucky was among the states that chose to expand eligibility for taxpayer-funded health insurance.
Time to check live drive traffic this morning and see what's going on. We know the big news of the day, of course, is that I-75 northbound near exit 120 has reopened after being closed all night long. Quite an inconvenience, but fortunately it was in the overnight hours when traffic is lighter.
Yeah, and clear commute shown from the Waze map there.
A little stalled vehicle there at Newtown at New Circle Road. Other than that, commute into town should be going rather smoothly this morning. We'll keep you informed if anything crops up this morning. And it's great to have you along with us Thursday morning on WKYT.
Bill Murray is back on the golf course, but he's not remaking Caddyshack. We'll show you the funny man's antics after weather.
And we will be tracking a lot of sunshine, great golf weather for you out there today, as we likely end up in the low, maybe some mid-80s today, tomorrow, but changes brewing for the weekend. We will take a close look at all of them.